Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back with another chair, and not any chair, it's the COUGAR Speeder. And that chair should wake up the need for speed in you, and if it does that, or if it's just more a slow slug, I don't know, any slow animal, we will find out in our testing today. And as always, a great product journey starts with a box.
And that's the box. Not even so big for a chair. You can see 27 kilograms. Here you have all the tools and the instructions that come with the chair, all great and clear. But then immediately shows why or how it is possible to make the box so small. Everything is packed separately and without any great packaging material that leads to a lot of material directly taped or just attached to all the parts. And you have a lot of packaging material, so you will have a lot of package material after that experience. And here you can see the great backrest with the COUGAR logo and the carbon elements on the back of the chair. So yeah, quite cool. And the wheels, those are massive. I mean, look at them. And here you can have a sound check of them. So they're not completely silent, but they make a good impression. And here we have the seat pan. Also here you can see what I meant by, there's a lot of tape and stuff glued and taped around on those elements. Also the base parts, so where all the wheels are attached, comes disassembled. But then on the other hand, the wheels, they snap right into it and have a quite premium feel. So this is not such a wobbly thing as you know it from cheaper chairs. And the gas tube, nothing too special here, comes in, and then the pan on it, and you are done. No, not required, but it's already quite comfy. And then the armrest and the backrest, and we can call it a day. But I have to be honest, I needed a second person to attach the backrest to the base of the chair. So it's not the easiest to assemble chair I ever had in the last years. But after the years of building office chairs, I can say to you, the bigger the box the chair comes in, the easier it is to assemble the chair. Because then you have only few parts that needs to be screwed together. And if the box is smaller, you need to assemble more parts, as easy as that. But yeah. That said, one of the things that catches your attention immediately when you see the chair live in front of you is the mesh material is not the typical, I don't know, I would call it plastic fiber that you're used from other office chairs. This is some chenille yarn, I hope I pronounce it right. But what it is it's more like a velvet surface on all of that mesh, which makes it a little bit more even softer and nicer to the skin, in my opinion. So it has such a velvety texture. It's quite cool. But yeah, the rest of the mesh is quite business as usual. It's a strong mesh, so you don't have the feeling you fall right through it. So it's all cool.
And then you are done and can take a seat on your newly built office chair, gaming chair, ergonomic chair. But what can you do with it? What can you adjust? Of course, we can adjust the seat height. That's the classic stuff every office chair can do. But what not every office chair can do is the position of the seat pan. So you can easily change that. And I really like the concept they're going here, because they don't have a lever you have to pull and then adjust and then release the lever. No, you have more like switches on your seat pan to adjust that sliding position, for example. And same goes for the rocker function. Also, you don't have this common lever, you have to push in or you pull it out or something. No, also here you have a very convenient switch. You just tap it and then you are ready to rock. And it's really smooth. It's a really cool tension you have on that, so there are no desires. And then you have the armrests with their 3D hyper rotation, how they call it, possibilities to adjust. So what does that mean? You can really turn that thing around in any position you want. Of course, front to the back, you can make it all your dreams come true, and they stay where they should be. So it's not really, there's no flimsy experience. That's quite cool. It feels like they stay in the position. So that's really cool. But here's one little nitpick I have. It's cool to claim that you have an ergonomic chair, but What does ergonomic even mean? I mean, most people don't really know what is ergonomic. So not long ago, we tested another ergonomic office chair, and they provided a whole manual how to adjust your seating position in an ergonomic way. Not here, you only get that manual I showed you earlier, how to assemble it, and where you have all the basic functions covered. So you can have an overview of what the chair can do and what it can't do. And that's it. But how should you know what is ergonomic? Luckily, you are here and I can tell you how to sit ergonomic on your chair at your desk. So first things first, lumbar support. We have a possibility to change the position of the lumbar support on that chair with the freely movable element in the back of that. So how to adjust that? Your spine should make an S shape. So you should of course be comfortable. It's important that your bottom goes all the way back. Here you can use the sliding seat to adjust the position so that you have all great support. So it shouldn't be all the way back. The seat pan shouldn't all the way back. Your bottom should be all the way back. And your feet should also be supported at the front. So adjust the seat pan position accordingly and move your bottom all the way back. Then adjust the general height of the whole thing. If you have the feeling the lumbar support is too deep, just lift it up. You can move that whole part up and down. And if you have the feeling that you have a nice S shape in your spine, then you are fine and good to go. Also the neck rest, I can't say it often enough, but the neck rest should go into your neck, not on your head, like most people do it, like in head support. That's not how it should be. It should be in your neck. So if you sit here and have full contact with the chair, also very important for an ergonomic way to sit, it should be no gap between you and the chair. So if you sit upright here and you have the feeling you have all the way down contact where the chair is, that's fine. That brings us to the armrests. Adjust your armrest so your arms are not tangling and also are not like this. So when I have them all the way up, that is an ergonomic nightmare. They should be in a line. So in that case, for me, it's really the best if they are all the way down. Yeah, that's quite good. Yeah, that's quite good. I think it's a line. It feels like I have a natural support, maybe a little bit higher. You can adjust them in very little steps. So keep that in mind. You don't just have to go like this. You can adjust it like this. You see? Very little steps. Use them. Your body will thank you on the long run, believe me. And then, not earlier, you start to adjust the height of the chair, because then you have to see that your armrests make a line with your table. Normally your table are around 72 centimeters high, or the surface level should be at 72 centimeters. We have a standing desk here, we can control the height. Yeah, it's at 72 centimeters. And if you have that, like that, so your arms also shouldn't be in a weird position, so there should be a 90-degree angle here, and there should be a line here, so you shouldn't sit that the table is like here or here. That's also not good. You should make a straight line here and a nice 90-degree angle in best case. If you sit right back, you can adjust it, so you can sit here with your keyboard and work like that. So you can adjust, of course, your armrests more to the things that you have the most support here, and then you can just write in ergonomic manner. Of course, you can go even further. Get yourself a split keyboard. Then you can write like this, even better for your system. So in an ideal world, your hands should go like this and keyboard, but I know we have a keyboard in the middle, so this goes there. And perfect support here, so you can work for hours. Great stuff. Now you know how to sit ergonomic, and yeah, it feels like the chair offers a lot of possibilities to adjust that in an ergonomic way. So it really keeps that promise, I would say, and it also feels good. But all of that feels like more business stuff, and you have to sit in a position. What is about relaxation? No problem, just rock back and use the footrest. Just pull it out like this and you have a perfectly fine footrest. Of course, that's best combined with a full tilt. And I have to say, it's quite nice. It also has a little bit of play here, so it tilts a little bit the footrest. But yeah, that's about it from my side about the speeder from COUGAR. I think they really nailed it. So the combination of a cool looking gaming chair with that carbon elements you have in the back element of the chair and the overall look, I think it looks quite cool really in terms of a gaming aesthetics. Of course you have to be a fan of that, or your room has to fit that. That's not the typical office ergonomic chair, but that's the big selling point of that chair. So it combines the ergonomic features of those most of the time not that fancy or cyber looking chairs, ergonomic chairs, with the gamer swag. And that don't mean that in a bad way, it's just an aesthetic choice, and I think that's a perfect combination in my opinion. So price-wise, it sits a little bit in the middle between those over-engineered gaming chairs, or how I would call them, because this hasn't any massage or cooling functions or stuff like that, or RGB lighting, and also it isn't all-out office chair, ergonomic office chairs where you pay double or triple for the best seat support. It's the combination, I guess, from the gaming part and the ergonomic part that makes it a little bit unique. But at the end of the day, you have to decide for yourself if that chair fits best to your body, and you have to experience a chair. I think it's kind of a complicated field. I mean, you order a chair online, it's a big box, then you have to assemble it. And if you realize then, okay, it's not the right chair for myself, complicated. So try to test it anywhere if it's possible for you. But I really like the lumbar support and the overall feel of it, and also the looks in a gaming setup fits really well in my opinion. So if that's what you're searching for, go for it. And if you want to find out more about the chair, just check out the description below, and there you find all the information you probably ever need about the chair. And if you have any questions about the chair or about anything in your life, leave us a comment. And if you liked that video, give it a thumbs up, follow the channel, and hit the bell button so you don't miss another video. And so long, I wish you a beautiful day and say bye-bye.